you've worked as a growth advisor with Raj Shamani, with Finance with Sharan. What's worked for creators that's got them to the top?
Content creation, I feel, is commodity plus emotion. I started testing trials in last 1 month. I have gained 5,500 followers just from trials.
10,000 organic followers. How much would I charge for a reel?
I don't think you can charge. Followers gets you in the shortlisting criteria of brand, not the negotiating criteria.
Right.
The negotiating criteria is view. A lot of creators saying, "अरे barter नहीं करना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए."
Is influencer marketing dead?
I think agencies have done the most idiotic thing.
What are the top 5 niches that are like a sure shot that they will work?
And I remember Sharan just told me, dude, if you have to give me one piece of advice, what would it be? I simply said,
So I think in the last few years, we've all watched a lot of videos of top creators in India.
Yeah.
We've been watching a lot of reels and everything else, but not a lot of people really focus on the growth and the systems that, go behind this process. Not a lot of people think about how much of an army it takes to actually work on one content piece or one campaign. So
Yeah.
today, I'm so happy to have you here, Sindhu, because
Thank you.
you've been the man behind the curtain, right? So to let the audience know that you've worked as a growth advisor with Raj Shamani, with Finance with Sharan, some of the top creators in our country. You've also done growth marketing at Dice Media and also at Filter Copy, which are some of the giant media companies in our country. So
Yeah.
I want to actually get started right there. That how did you manage to get in touch with Raj Shamani and with Finance with Sharan? What's your story around this?
I think my life revolves around a lot of serendipity, and serendipity is a word I learned in Bangalore because I can now make sense out of everything. But I think everything is connected. I started my career as a music engineer or a sound engineer, you can say,
Okay.
at Z. So there is a local. So I'm from Orissa, and there is a local Z studio, and I used to work there when I was doing my 12th. Yeah, so from 12th till bachelor's, I did that as a part time. And then I said, okay, I should study music marketing and film marketing. So I moved to Noida, and that's where I got exposed to the startup ecosystem. So I
Okay.
started a company in Noida. It was called Together. It was a social networking app. Moved to Bombay because my investors were in Bombay, and we were not able to grow that company. So I left, and I used to write on LinkedIn. So this is 2015. I'm
Okay.
writing on LinkedIn, and there were very few people writing on LinkedIn. And what I used to write, I simply wrote whatever I was learning at my job. And I get a call from Paytm Insider. That time, this company called Tanmay ki purani company kya thi? AIB. So AIB used to be there. So AIB office ke upar there was Paytm Insider's office. Paytm was owned by OML, which was also an AIB affiliate, or they were investors or something. So I joined them as a performance marketer, and I was handling events and movies. So my job was to handle Arijit Singh's event marketing, Martin Garrix's. My last project was Katy Perry Music Festival and Cigarettes After Sex Bombay thing. And a lot of people started knowing me as a, hey, this is a guy who understands marketing of media and stuff, and specifically digital marketing of media. So what Saurav is doing right now,
Right.
let's say he I think he has done a great job in making the industry aware that, hey, digital marketing is a relevant field,
Right.
it's a legit field and all. Still, no one gives relevancy कि okay, digital marketing for media is a thing or digital marketing for films is a thing, because
Right.
people in India feel कि okay, movie चलता है तो सलमान की वजह से चलता है. There is not a, people don't know the PR machinery and all stuff. That's
Right.
the systems that goes around it. Then Pocket Aces happened. Pocket Aces was a giant, was a big media giant, even bigger than TVF. They had Gobble, Filter Copy, and Dice, each of them doing 500 million views a month. And it was just a cup of coffee where the founder invited me, and he said that, like, hey, there is a term called growth. I had no idea what is growth. There's a term called growth in US. What if you join in my team and figure out systems and data and processes in web series marketing, and how to figure out jokes, how to write, is there a concept of packaging, how to do thumbnail art, how to do casting, is there a science of that? So for 2 years I was heading the growth there, and I went into the rabbit hole of figuring out how a thumbnail should be created in terms of numbers. Thumbnail mein right side mein a guy should be there or on the left side. How big should my eyes be in relation with your CTR? Because designers का काम ये है, back in those days, अभी तो there are better scientific designers कि I think this design is looking great, let's just roll it out as a thumbnail.
Correct.
My job was to put systems and all.
Give a blueprint of
Give a
things,
blueprint
right.
of everything, of casting, of shooting, of where to do, what not to do. And then Webhav was running growth school, I guess. Webhav recommended my name to Raj. Raj was just doing Instagram, if I'm not wrong. We kept on talking. He was not. He was not on YouTube, by the way.
Okay.
So I started just engaging in conversation with Raj when he was doing Instagram. When he started YouTube, he said, "Let's join hands." I was not comfortable because I was in a different mind space. Ki nahi, I want to do brands and all. And I think we kept on talking. He was 500K or 300K. I don't remember exactly. He already had a team. Then he said, "Okay, I want you now." And then I also said, okay, theek hai. Right now I want to take a plunge and see what happens. By that time, I have moved to Bangalore. I was heading growth at a dating company called Better Half. Then I was in a fintech company called Jupiter. So I have had stints in multiple avatars,
Right.
not just a creator. In fact, I don't want to die as a creator, marketer or whatever. My existence is multiple. So then I joined. But it was a factor of everything. So Raj said that, hey, this guy is a filter copy, ex Dice Media, and 500 million views is huge. Like,
Of course.
these are piece of cake for me, the numbers right now. So then he said, okay, I have basic systems. I don't know how to grow from 500K to 3. I want now some advisory, some systems, how to do thumbnails, how to get guests. Is there a guest science? Are my health guests working better versus army guest? Better ka definition kya hai in metric? Are they contributing to views? Are they contributing to retention? Are they
Right.
contributing to watch time? So there was 60% data analytics framework I introduced to the team, and rest 40% is magic. The team is already great. So had it been he is not having a great team or he is not a great conversationalist, my job is not that pretty dominant. But that's how Raj happened. Then Sharan, how happened? There is Ayush Shukla. You know Ayush, Finite Media by any chance? No.
Yeah, of course.
So
Finite media,
Ayush
yeah.
and so Ayush is someone. Ayush pinged me when I was with Filter Copy and he was looking for jobs or something, and that's how we vibed. He moved to Bangalore. He was a roommate of Sharan, and Ayush, for some odd reason I don't know, invited me to his house to
Okay.
make me meet Sharan. And I remember Sharan just told me, dude, if you have to give me one piece of advice, what would it be? I simply said, you will die pretty soon because it's your face, it's your name. Unless and until your name becomes a brand, you cannot run a big show. Then, right after 1.5 years, he's building something called 1% Club. He calls me, he says, we should catch up. I'm doing this. There is Nikhil on board and all. So I just met him. But my contribution there is not much. I think I was there for 3 months to set up processes for 1% Club and all. So I was not involved in Sharan as a brand,
Right.
very much involved in 1% Club
1%, right.
build up. So yeah, after that I have done mostly brands,
Right.
but a lot of creators keep on coming here and there. There is
Correct.
1 hour 2 hour sessions I keep on taking. So yeah, a lot of things keeps on happening.
Right.
But that's
So-
the
Right.
timeline.
So, one thing that you just said, which is the advice that you gave Sharan, that if it's just your face,
Yeah.
then it will die soon, the
Yeah.
fame and everything else.
Because
But
people get
unless
bored.
you
People
turn
get
it
bored.
into a business, right?
Yeah.
Is that true for every influencer?
I feel it's true because it's your human nature.
Right.
People get bored out of the same face.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who you are. See, we don't care about Bollywood celebrities. We get bored watching Nawazuddin Siddiqui
Right.
in the same role, and then we say, hey, that person keeps on doing same thing. We are talking about just creators. So we don't-
Right.
So I think it's consistent, but here is a main catch. Okay, let's take a US example. So for an example, let's say Alex Hormozy.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, Alex Hormozy, Gary. US is a different ball game. In US, the allegiance with creators, I have noticed, is very high versus in India.
That's true.
In India, the market is still not matured. People like window shopping. It's a window shopping culture.
That's true.
We don't stick to a brand. We don't stick to a creator. We don't stick to a person. So it's an ingrained cultural issue. It's not कि okay ठीक है यहाँ पे ये नहीं होता वहाँ पे ये नहीं होता. Part two is, I think you need to ask yourself how much hunger you have. Are you doing art for passion? Like for an example, there are artists who do beautiful paintings.
Right.
They're happy making 60,000, 70,000. They don't have that issue, ki, oh, I want people to remember me forever and all. But the moment you say, ki, okay, I want to make a 20 lakhs per month, 30 lakhs per month and all, then you have to move towards a business side.
Correct.
And I don't personally feel business can happen at a stretch for a longer time with you not being a brand. And there's a micro difference. Again, people can say, ki, okay, how Ankur Warikoo is this?
Right.
Number one is, it's still him playing a 8 years, 10 years, 15 years game, for an example. After Ankur Warikoo is gone, let's say, there is nothing that you can do a succession
Nothing
planning.
tangible that's going to
There is
be
nothing
sustained,
tangible.
right?
There is nothing tangible.
That's
in
true.
In that case. Unless and until Ankur Warikoo removes his face and he becomes a logo. Like Manish Malhotra is a logo.
Right.
Even if Manish Malhotra face is not coming here and there, like Ritu Kumar is a logo.
Correct.
So, I believe creators who legit believe that I want to build a legacy should move from, and I use this analogy that creators should move from being a face to a logo. And it's a very different mindset. The moment they do that, they can actually play a legacy game.
Right.
If you are not doing that, no harm. Then 5 साल के अंदर जितने पैसे बनाने बना लो.
Correct.
Because algorithms are not designed to keep you on favoring you. You know, Bhuvan Bam.
Of course.
I feel very smart and aware creator to realize that, hey, algorithms are preferring newer creators. I should not focus there. Let me build a production house. And let me focus on movies. Let me focus on longer formats
Right.
and do something new. I think very aware. Very, very aware creator. Self-aware
Right.
creator.
Got it. And do you think, like, it's when do you start? Like, once you reach a place of fame where you know that people know you, is that when you should switch to another brand, or should you just start early on? What's your advice on that?
That's an interesting question. It's a tricky one because, okay, let me put a tangible answer, but we are all humans. The answer is not lying there. The answer could be you met 5 advisors in your life and then your brain got washed and then you started. The answer could be that simple. The answer could be that, hey, I recently was having a chat with a creator, some 3 million creator, travel creator. He tells me that, hey, his dad passed away. And that's when it hits him that, hey, I can also be sick, be ill.
Right.
How the hell I'm building a system?
There's no legacy, basically.
There is no legacy.
Yeah.
How the hell am I building a system which is dependent on me being fit? And if I'm not fit for one day, then the system goes down. And that is not right for my future wife and my future children. I was like, very much self-aware. So the turning moments ko side mein agar rakh dein, tangibly, I think if you have got the signal that in the first 2 years, you have figured out your niche, you have figured out your tone of voice, you have figured out who is your audience, you have figured out why people follow you or why people share your content or what people will. So there is a question that I use with a lot of creators is write in one page that if your account gets deleted, what will people miss you for? Simple. And if your answer is very crystal clear, then you actually figured out. Then move that to brand.
Right.
If that answer is not figured out, that is a time you are still in your homework zone that keep on doing and then move to a brand.
Correct.
Because brand और creation में difference है. Like when we deal with brands का एक format होता है. There is something called brand archetype. There is something called a brand book. There is something called a brand tone of voice. Those are written only when you are clear what is a brand.
What's your positioning like?
Or
Right.
what's your positioning like. But until that you should keep on doing. The moment you have it clear,
Correct.
then you can move. And इसमें timeline का फर्क नहीं है. And I think इसमें smartness का फर्क है. I might achieve that in 6 months.
Right.
Or I might achieve that in 1 year or 5 years. I don't know. But that's the turning point.
Right. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think the analogy that you gave about watching a specific character play the same role in different movies,
Yeah.
you will eventually get bored, right? So
100%.
that makes a lot
Absolutely.
of sense. And it's got me thinking, and I also, want to know that you've been in this field for so long, you've had so much experience. So in your experience, according to you, what are the three things, like if you had to give me one, two, three,
Hmm.
what's worked for creators like Raj Shamani or Finance with Sharan that's got them to the top?
I think both are so. So let's use example Raj and Sharan. I think there are some common aspects and there are some very distinct aspects. Raj is a different breed, I will say. I see a lot of athlete resemblance. Like, what does an athlete do? Day in, day out, same thing again and again, again and again, again and again at a max volume. I have never seen a podcaster doing that volume with that ruthlessness. Like, I think he has some 10, 15 odd channels as well, which are pseudo distribution channels for
Right,
him. There is systems, how it should be created, how guest outreach will happen. I think he's uploading what, two podcasts per week,
right.
shooting bloody two podcasts per week,
That's a lot.
editing. That's a lot, because then you have to figure out thumbnail questions to be asked. Every podcast is 2 hours,
True.
3 hours.
The amount of
uh,
research that
the
goes in
amount
is
of research
insane.
that goes in is
Yeah,
insane. The amount of questions that you need to remember also to do a stretch 3 hour without being tired is insane.
true.
So it's a top level athlete performance that is there. So it is so that is first, which is very dedicated grunt work, super level grind. So as Sharan as well, like running own खुद का Instagram channel plus 1% Club YouTube channel plus 1% Club this plus being the founder of the company or the co-founder, I don't know the exact title, handling investor relations, handling this, handling that. Like दोनों में एक चीज common है, which is they have. So this is how generally an entrepreneur behaves when they're starting out a company. This is not a creator mindset. So they have transitioned that.
Right.
They have fully transitioned. The difference between a creator mindset and an entrepreneur mindset is this, and I use this again. I'll give you an analogy. Is let's say you earn 1 lakh as a brand deal,
Right.
and there are two creators. One creator thinks 1 lakh may say 50,000 I will put in hiring, so that this person will solve my quality. The other creator thinks 1 lakh may say 50,000 I will put in hiring, which will get me more brand deals. Let's say that there's a third person who says 1 lakh पूरा का पूरा मैं रख लूंगा because I want to build my dream house. I want to give something to my mom and dad. तीनों अपनी जगह सही है.
Correct.
But तीनों का identity is very different, massively different. The first person is thinking that my audience should get my craft. The second person is thinking I want to multiply my revenue.
Right.
The first person is thinking I have a wish list which I need to achieve. तीनों का ट्रेजेक्टरी भी डिफरेंट होगा और तीनों का स्पीड भी डिफरेंट होगा, तीनों का
Correct.
आउटपुट भी डिफरेंट होगा इन दिस केस. इन दोनों में आई सी अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ द फर्स्ट टू, which is just keep on putting all the money back. Like, I don't think the setup has changed for Raj a lot. I think साल में एक बार setup change होता है.
Right.
It's an SOP, full SOP, but money keeps on getting pumped in back to back. There is an outreach specialist. There is a brand collabs person. There is a writer. There are researchers. There is no shame in getting advisors
Correct.
like me. Like, this is also a main thing. Like, if a brand earns 1 lakh a month, brand has no shame in getting a freelancer or a consultant.
Absolutely.
If a creator is getting 2 lakh, the last priority will be getting a freelancer or getting an advisor. Advisor तो last में आता है वो पे. They'll say कि नहीं, figure out कर लेगा अपन.
Right.
They'll put the least amount of money for anything that is research and all, max amount of money in video editing, because again video editing is a mafia right now.
Right.
If अगर माफिया नहीं होता तो उसमें भी सबसे कम पैसे जाते. But that's what the mindset difference is primarily. That these people will have no shame in getting all the consultants. Again, another analogy. It's like getting a BCG or a McKinsey on board. Every brand can do that. The only difference is you will say, "Nahi, I want the topmost advisor to help me in this case." So majority is a mind shift. Second is systems and process. Systems and process is the most underrated thing that creators miss. Because सबको लगता है कि नहीं चलो शूट कर लेते हैं
हाँ.
फट शूट करो निकालो
They're always
देखते
in
हैं.
a rush.
They're always in a rush कि
Right.
ये हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा. Third is having no shame in investing, pumping money back. ये 3 सबसे प्रायोरिटी है मेरे लिए.
Right.
मुझे लगता है because rest of the things creators will figure out
Right.
for sure.
So, when it comes to these top creators, do you think they do things as they flow? Like, do they plan as it flows very spontaneously, or for the next few months they have a plan set that this is the direction I want?
So this is interesting. So I'll give you a summary.
Yeah.
I won't name. I have interacted with, if there are top 10 podcasters that you see right now, I have interacted with almost 5 to 6 of them.
Okay.
And interacted at length.
Right.
A lot of folks have an intuition. And obviously, अगर आप उस volume में उतारते हो content, you will have intuition that is a right intuition. So they are like an artist. They know what will work.
Right.
They just don't know what they are doing instinctively that is working for them. There is a time when that stops working.
Correct.
There always is a time.
It'll plateau.
It will plateau somewhere.
Yeah.
That is a time they are not able to figure out. So what happens is that for the first 6 months, let's say, they know exactly what is working. They know that okay, next महीना क्या content जाना है. They exactly know. They exactly know which. So most of the podcasters or most of the creators have this this 2 model framework, which is anything that is in the news right now, we will just jump the ship and do trend jacking.
Right.
Anything that is a forever and evergreen topic, we will just keep on talking. And there is something called sensational. We will see ki what is working in the market which is sensational. We'll just do some social media listening. For an example, Army as a podcast.
Right.
Getting Army people. It was not happening 2 years
Right.
before. Raj did तो राज को देख के किसी और ने किया फिर उसको देख के किसी और ने
And
किया
with
and all stuff.
everything in the limelight, like Operation Sindhu,
Operation
and
Sindhu
all of
and
these
all
things
stuff.
in the limelight, automatically you will watch these podcasts,
Correct.
right? It's the talk of the town.
Correct.
So
there is someone in the team who is always on top of it.
right.
Who is figuring out where we can do trend jacking and all, and they will pick that. But instinctively, all creators know
Right.
that okay, एक month पे क्या करना है. The creators who are in 0 to 100K have no idea, have no clue क्या करना है. Morning में उठेंगे, आज सोचेंगे क्या करना है उस पे. I have realized that might work, but that is not a consistent way to grow. You could grow faster with a better planning. That's it.
But don't you think that when you have a plan now, I feel like social media has changed so much.
Yeah.
Every other day there's something new that's happening. What
True.
worked 2 months ago is not going to work anymore.
True. So
right?
I'll just add some nuance to that.
Yeah.
So when I say plan doesn't mean my scripts are ready.
Right.
Plan means my process of writing a hook, let's say.
Right.
Let's just take one component. Instagram Reels, I will write my hooks in these 4 parameters. Number
Okay.
1, I will write a negative style hook.
Right.
If you don't know about this, you should try it.
Right.
Number 2, let's say I will write a positive connotation hook. Something in the lines. Number 3, I will write a nerdy hook. So and so in 1990 this happened. I will see what works. So a plan like this, कि okay ठीक है मैं 2 हफ्ते तक ये 4 hooks test करूँगा and then I will see what works,
Correct.
gives you some sanity.
True.
Then comes topic, let's say. Topics you can divide 50%. 50% are evergreen topics. Talking about relationships will always work. Talking about jobs will always work.
Of
Talking
course.
about money will always
Health,
work.
wealth, relationships.
Health, wealth,
3
relationships.
things.
Do that in evergreen.
Right.
Rest 50% do magic. You felt like कि, okay, I want to talk about why the sky is blue. Talk about it and see what works.
Right.
Instagram has a beautiful section trial right now. You can do as many experiments as you can. Like on my page, I started testing trials in last 1 month. I have gained 5,500 followers just from trials. I have uploaded 60 trials.
Wow.
Same content,
Okay.
different packaging,
Hmm.
and it worked.
Right.
So then now my brain goes like, oh, it's not the content game, it's the packaging game. I can position the same content in 5 ways.
Exactly.
I can take a cutout of it, put a nice sound, make it motivational.
Right.
I can take a cutout of it, put some different sound, make it informational.
Hmm.
So बातें तो सेम हुई है
हाँ.
उस पे. So this is where I will call magic.
Right.
इसमें instinction काम करेगा. Morning में
Right.
उठा idea, let's ship. But your 50% will set the tone, will set some motion, will set some
Correct.
consistency. ये 50% what I have realized, majorly the job of advisors and a good team is to plan this all out.
Correct.
Otherwise, you will be chaotic on another level, and especially if you have a job, you are screwed up.
Yeah, of course. Then you don't have time to
You
do
don't have
something
time.
of
You
yourself.
don't have time.
True.
You will then go into shit posting,
Right.
ranting, wale
Exactly.
content and all stuff.
And that might look like it's working right now,
Yeah.
but in the future, it's not going to work anymore.
There is no
It's-
brand.
Yeah,
There is no brand.
there's
Like, I
nothing-
won't follow you because, oh, you
Right.
rant so well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll say, oh,
Like-
मैं 5 साल तक.
Exactly. You'll watch them for a month
Yeah.
and then you're just out of it.
Yeah.
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Ranting मेरे को honestly समझ नहीं आता है. Like,
Yeah.
there are multiple creators who are doing 5 million average, and there is a glorified term called shit posting.
Right.
In the initial days, I was like, how the hell shit posting is a
I think it
glorified
works
term?
with the Gen Z.
It works beautifully well.
Yeah.
But I have realized the hard way that there is a creator who can do 30,000 views, talk about agriculture, let's say, will be able to charge a 70,000 rupees, and there will be a creator who will do 3 lakh ka shit posting, will charge a 70,000, and there is no math of views ka relation hai us pe.
Of course.
Because a Pepsi will never ever want to, okay, let's forget Pepsi. Any brand who is glorified, who has a brand book, that doesn't say कि okay मेरे को कलेशी वाले लोग नहीं चाहिए, will not affiliate
Of course.
with you.
That's true.
So
Right.
that's a flaw in the metrics, I feel.
Correct. And also, like we were speaking about top creators, their systems and how they work. And, like you said, they have that athlete mindset of
Yeah.
sorts. So, over time, we've seen so many verticals, like be it brand collaborations, be it podcasting, YouTube AdSense,
Yeah.
all of these things are what makes a creator economy, right? So, according to you, based on the top creators that you have personally worked with, what are the top 5 sources of revenue that they make at the moment? Like, if you can give me like a percentage breakdown.
So it depends on category to category. There are two kind of creators. So let me try to figure out a system or an easy way to put it. So there are creators who have already become brand,
Right.
and these are mostly your astro creators, education creators, and all. Unka major contribution is always coming from the product that they have. So either they are selling a course, or
Correct.
they are selling a tool, or they are selling some events and all. So unka primary source of income wo hai.
Right.
Then there are creators. अच्छा उस पे पहले breakdown कर लेते हैं. So for these creators, the primary source of income is generally the course.
Right.
Course will have an L1, L2, L3. You know it pretty
Of
well.
course.
Why there is L1, L2, L3 for people who don't know? So L1 is generally a 500 rupees course.
Right.
L2 is generally a 1,000 to like a 10,000, 12,000 course, and then
Correct.
L3 is a very high ticket 1 lakh a course.
Yeah.
It exists because it's a growth principle. Like
Right.
someone has thought that okay, I need to put this system so that I can sell a higher ticket. नहीं तो imagine the first person who built this.
Of course.
1 lakh charge करूँगा सीधा. It's a trust laddering basically.
Of course.
People in India will never buy, oh, why will I pay a 1 lakh? So I will do trust
Of
laddering.
course.
So I
you
can,
nurture the audience.
You nurture
right?
the
It
audience.
goes from cold to warm.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
pay a 500, you see, okay, इसको आता है. Then you pay a 2,000 and then you say, okay, इसको genuinely आता है. Then you give a 1 lakh. For these creators, generally the second round after this comes generally your YouTube AdSense and all stuff.
Right.
Primarily. Then the third bit, which I think very, very few creators have done, is which I call it micro amplification. Now, what is micro amplification? You do a collab reel, you make money out of ad rights. Ad rights may be multiple zones, which is, hey, there is a collab Instagram reel ka ad rights. There is a non-collab Instagram reel ka ad rights. There is a monthly ad rights. There is a perpetuity ad right.
Right.
There is a 6-month deal ad right. There are very, very smart creators I have very rarely met who are like, I'll give you a lower ad right if I see that my video is getting your customer acquisition cost down. I need a 5% cut out of the money that I saved in your customer
Like a
acquisition
revenue
cost.
sharing.
Like a revenue sharing.
Right.
That is what I do as well when I'm a
Okay.
creator, because I know how the brand manager is thinking. Brand manager को फर्क नहीं पड़ता views कितना लेके आए. Brand manager is like, I'll be using this creative if this reduce my customer acquisition cost than my internal creatives, and if it reduces, I'll keep on giving this money.
Right.
As a creator, I want more money.
Exactly.
Second, I believe creators should focus on a recurring income stream than a one-shot income stream. Meaning, if you are a brand, and you tell me, hey, I'm giving you two options. Sindhu, you can, I will give you a flat 1 lakh and you don't ask me for anything. एक साल का पूरा ad rights. Or I'll give you a 20,000 right now. महीने का I will pay you 20,000 का ad rights. Second में issue क्या है? Second में issue ये है, there is a chance that what if my video is not working in your CAC.
Right.
But second में एक अच्छाई भी ये है कि it becomes my 20,000 का recurring stream which I can put back into anything that I want. Because again, we are also humans. 1 lakh one shot मिला मैं कुछ ना कुछ गलत investment करूँगा in this case. Good creators, specifically I have noticed in the Astro and EA segment, are moving towards the second one. They are like कि मेरे को थोड़ा कम price दे दे but मेरे को ad rates पूरा का पूरा close करके दे. Then they have multiple other channels. They have Twitter, they have LinkedIn, they have widened the territory to make more revenue stream. The other creators, which are non-brand led, primarily are making money from your brand deals. Okay. Brand deals के भी multiple parts हैं. You sell your stories, you sell your reels, collab reels and this. Yeah. I have seen creators selling community posts as well. Okay. Just YouTube community post shout out. There are creators who are doing your dedicated video, integrated video, and this is a job of your influencer marketing economy, right, to compartmentalize this and sell services. Generally, there are some creators. I've seen a lot of doctor creators who sell package. Okay. Who are like, hey, I will introduce your content, your brand on my LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Here is a combo package with a discount. Right. So that is also existing there. Okay. In वहाँ पे. But if I have to put a sequence on that, this is an interesting shift I'm noticing. YouTube AdSense से ज़्यादा बड़ा has become the branded collab wala territory. I don't think any creator who is 500k plus is making a lot in YouTube AdSense. Right. There are much better ways of monetization, and that is the first. YouTube AdSense is the second. Your third is selling communities, merchandise and all. Okay. Merchandise is not a big revenue stream. Right. A lot of creators feel that it is. It is not a great revenue stream.
Not a very profitable.
Not a very profitable. I think it's a waste of time, honestly. Yeah. I feel. I have been associated with a lot of companies who are building that. I also saw it makes no sense. No one is buying that. For these creators, they venture into again courses as well. So courses become fourth stream, and it's a very interesting conundrum that these people will have once they grow with age and maturity, they'll become this particular person. So their course will become the first, right, and then it will keep on reversing. Right. In this case, so yeah, that's mota yahi hai.
Makes sense.
Iske bahar, there are other streams like going into events, going guest appearances, right, writing a book. Like I'll tell you,
that's a very fluctuating.
That's a very fluctuating one. So these are one shots that keeps on coming, keeps on going. So for an example, as a creator and an educator, I got a reach out by a large B2B SaaS company who said that I just want your name on my ebook. That's it. Okay. So it's approved by Sindhu. That's it. And I was like, so it's a very interesting way. So which is an auditing fees, you call it, right? For the CAs, let's say. Guest appearance, guest speakers, college sessions, becoming a judge. These are some sidelines. Panelists and all. These are some sidelines, but no one makes a lot of money out there. Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense. And, since we're talking so much about the creator economy, I want to ask you, like, if I told you that today, if you had to give a roadmap to a micro creator to go from 0 rupees to 1 lakh rupees per month.
Revenue.
Yeah, in revenue. What would you tell them? Like, what are the steps? Like, let's say if you had to give them 2 to 3 steps in short of what they should do to go from 0 to 1 lakh.
And this is on Insta?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Which genre is it?
Like, preferably any creator, right? Fashion, lifestyle, or, any creator.
So, the game is in genre selection.
Okay.
There are some genres which will take a lot of time. Like, monetizing a fashion at this point of time is very hard. It's super competitive, very hard for you to differentiate unless and until you pick a micro fashion. So someone picking a sneaker as a category is interesting to grow faster. Right. Someone just doing
narrow down on the niche.
Yeah, narrow down on the niche as well. Okay. So for an example, if someone wants to do a female wants to talk about, let's say, clothing, but clothing is vast. If you say I will do ethnic clothing, right, it's still niche, it's interesting. Then कि brands भी मुझे पता है कि क्या
right. Like if you see Masu Meenawala, she does the support Indian designers campaign.
Yeah. If you go into organic, do something else in that case. So the first piece is locking down niche is important.
Right.
I generally call it, again, another analogy, which is when you start a company, the first exercise that you do is you see ki, okay, how many people are ready to pay in that genre or in that industry, and where my industry lies. So for
Right.
an example, if I have to start a coffee brand in India, let's say, let me take an example. Vanilla flavor coffee sells more than an Irish
Yeah.
flavor coffee, let's
Right.
say. First, if I have that awareness, I will not launch my first product as a Irish flavor coffee.
Correct.
It makes no sense. Even if I love that. That is the first thing that needs to be done, which is figure out
Research.
what is the right audience who is okay to pay. क्योंकि हम revenue का parallel लेके चल रहे हैं.
Right.
So let's take for an example, ethnic wear is an area where I figured out. Western wear generally we have very low to 500 rupees to 1,000 rupees pricing.
Right.
And why pricing is important? Pricing gives you a signal brand कितना बनाता है. Brand जितना बनाएगा आप उतना बनाओगे. In a particular territory, if there are not enough brands which are either profitable or VC funded, there is no way for you to make money. No
Right.
way for you to make money. It's basic economics.
Correct.
Now, उसका मतलब क्या है? If in an area there are not a lot of VC companies, there are only profitable companies, let's say, वहाँ पे एक गेम है. Problem with profitable companies is वो हर पाई का जुगाड़ लगाएंगे. And if that is happening, like for an example, Snitch ने बहुत पैसे दिए हैं. If Snitch was not a VC funded company, I don't think they will do 100 creator, 200, 300, 400 creators a month. They will never ever do that. So they are doing this rampant scaling. So pick that industry. So let's say I picked ethnic wear. My first job is to see what is that emotion I can pick from that commodity. So content creation, I feel, is commodity plus emotion. Meaning, ethnic is not the emotion, it's the product or the commodity. Emotion is Indianness, let's say. Emotion is
culture.
families, culture,
Right.
values and all. So, product पहन के अगर मैं आ गई and मैंने बोला, oh, this is amazing, इसका silk बढ़िया है, ये बढ़िया है, वो बढ़िया है. You are another salesman.
Right.
So, I'll then figure out what is the narrative I can draw. Can I wear a sari and talk about old stories, old mythological stories? So, I'll figure out a combination. The moment I figure out a combination, suddenly I unlock another revenue stream. So I can unlock mythology stream as well, plus your
Right. The
fashion
product
stream as well.
Right.
Suddenly मैंने market open किया. So now I have lot mythology plus this. Then I start figuring out, okay, can I talk about mythology? Can I talk about Indian culture? Can I talk about traditions of per states and all? And then मैं content बनाता गया. Keep on only observing which kind of content which is giving you 20,000, 30,000 views. Your demographic needs to be more than 25 plus.
Okay.
If your demographic is 18 to 24, your commanding power to ask for a higher price is lesser.
True.
If your demographic is more than 25 plus, it is practically higher. Simple. Do not do anything that will invite a lot of people unnecessary for views. So for an example, if you put out explicit content, it will get you views.
Absolutely.
But those people will not convert to sales. And first time जब brand आया, brand भी comments पे देखेगा कि people are putting out explicit
Right.
comments. And brand next time नहीं आएगा, बोलेगा अरे यार ये तो सारे irrelevant customers हैं. So be completely relevant and all. Then start focusing on 20,000, 30,000 views. The moment you have hit, let's say, in the third month, if you're doing an average of 10 to 20,000 views, that is exactly the time when you start asking for the barter as a starting level. Barter क्यों करना चाहिए? I have seen a lot of creators saying अरे barter नहीं करना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए. मेरा principle क्या कहता है? You always need something to start off. It's like this. If you're a freelancer, you will do your first 3 products for free. Build a portfolio.
Pro bono.
And then you build a portfolio and then show कि मेरा काम ऐसा होता है, and then you do that. So you do barter only to do one thing, so that you can signal other brands that if you come to me, my video looks like this. That's the only job. You do that, then you charge barter plus price. So a barter plus price can be, let's say, a barter plus 5 to a 10K. Keep on doing, keep increasing your views. And you have to keep increasing your views because that is the only way you can ask for more money. Then you charge for a 10K extra, then you charge for a 20K extra. Then there will hit a plateau that you cannot DM anymore. You have to focus in your craft. Then get an agency on board or get a consultant or a freelancer on board who will do it on your behalf. Let that person take a pay cut.
Right.
Or open the community stream. reach out to 5 people and say कि मैं आपके साथ onboard होंगी. There are 2 models that exist in an industry: an exclusivity clause, a non-exclusive clause. There are loopholes in both of them. An exclusivity clause says that, hey, I as an influencer marketing agency will represent you. Unfortunately, that agency will make money from the top tier creator. So that agency will never give you a lot of deals. That will happen. That is real. For no wrong reasons for the agency as well. So you take a better call. If money is something that is extremely important for you, not exclusivity, then only focus on money by getting someone else as well, and don't sign exclusivity clause.
Right.
Find out other avenues as well. So I am a big believer of not following just content. Launch a course. Nothing stops you to launch a course about how to do storytelling. Put a price of 500, 1000, doesn't matter. Run some ads. You made money, let's say 5000 and all. Run some ads. See that if you're able to make sense out of it. So keep on repeating this, and you will be able to figure out, is my course working? Is my reach outs working? Is my brand collabs working? Like
What's
for me,
getting me the maximum
what's getting me the
revenue?
max? So for an example, I am doing 20,000 views only, but my follower to income ratio is extremely high.
Right.
Because mera model simple hai. I funnel 30,000 views or 20,000 views into a guest session, or a speaking session, or a coaching session, or a consulting project. इसमें पैसे का सेंस बन जाता है.
Right.
My brand collabs are nothing. My brand collabs are what? 4 महीने में एक brand collab आता है, 15,000, 20,000. So this is for me to just tell you that I have figured out for myself that I will not chase the brand collabs path.
Right.
If it happens, it happens in this case.
Correct.
You keep
It's
on.
like your passive income.
It's like my passive income. Now that can reverse with time when I increase. So keep on doing this. I'm pretty sure 6 महीने के अंदर you should be able to hit a 50,000 rupees, where let's say 10,000 is coming from your brand collab, 40,000 is coming from the course and all that jazz you are doing. Right after 50,000 that you hit, something magic will happen. And this is the nature. This is just the markets operate. 50,000 का mark जब आप cross करते हो, the number of brand deals that come to you is even high.
True.
50,000 के नीचे कम होता है. Like 100K के ऊपर और बढ़ जाता है. So then something will unlock for sure. Brand collabs will start increasing. That is the time you should hire a person internally. Either an intern or someone who is just doing collab reach outs, closing the brand, negotiating with them, getting the deal on your behalf, doing the invoicing and all boring stuff and all. Then the number you said is 5 lakh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then only you'll be able to grow. You will never be able to grow a 5 lakh consistently. See, I'm not talking about 5 lakh, which is 4 महीने में 1 महीने में 5 लाख कर दिया. Consistently, you will need a team. Correct. You will need an exclusive partner who is representing you. You will need a consultant on board for sure, or an agency, or a manager, or an intern, whatever. But this is how the steps look like. But if I have to summarize this and give a clarity, I think पहले 6 महीने के अंदर everyone is capable to do basic 50,000 per month, either via course or via brand collabs.
Okay.
If brand collabs is not happening, do not chase that rabbit hole by cribbing and crying about नहीं हो रहा है. Suddenly pivot into the coaching.
Right.
I think everyone has something to teach. They have to just figure out what to teach. It could be as simple as script writing. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So that's the general path, at least at this point of time. I would not have said this 5 years before, because there were not a lot of creators. Brand deals मिल जाता था. अभी वो scene नहीं है.
Yeah.
In this case.
Makes sense. And, I think I've gotten a lot of insights on what's a fluctuating income and what's something that's going to stick.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that makes a huge difference. And it's more about the follower to income ratio
100%.
than it is about your view to follower ratio.
100%.
To be honest, right?
In fact, that's the issue of Instagram. So the math completely changes on YouTube.
Exactly.
Completely changes. If you have 20,000 subscribers, you will see views will be 5,000 or 10,000. Instagram पे वो scene नहीं है. Instagram पे there are 10,000 वाले followers doing 1 million views as well.
Yeah.
And this is a recent algorithm shift.
Yeah, exactly. To non-followers.
To non-followers.
That is true.
उस पे.
And also, Sindhu, if you could share some insight on how do you decide how much to charge for a brand collab? Like, let's say if I tell you.
Got it.
Yeah. Like, I'll tell you the categories. You just tell me the numbers if you can.
Sure.
Right? And let's say if I have between 0 to 10,000 organic followers, how much would I charge for a reel?
I don't think you can charge. If you have 10,000, okay, tell me followers and views. Views matters a lot.
Let's say take the views as something about 200 or 300K.
Oh, 200, 300K. Then you
Yeah.
can charge 40, 50.
Let's say if it's just about 2 to 3,000.
You can't charge anything.
Nothing, just
Nothing.
barter.
Nothing. You can't charge
Okay.
anything. Barter maybe. So there are two kind of barters. A barter where brand will say that keep my product. A barter where brand say product
वापस
lota.
भेज दो.
Product वापस भेज दे. So for an
Correct.
example, when I was managing Wakefit, I was doing some 100 to 150 creators of all sorts. वो माल है 18,000 का. That bed sheet that I'm sending. Sorry, the mattress that I'm sending. Plus I'm handling the shipping charge. Plus I'm handling the courier charge.
Right.
Plus the packaging charge and all. I won't be giving you a 20,000
Of
product
course.
if you are giving me 2,000
Right.
views. So वहाँ पे माल भेजते थे वापस
Correct.
उस पे.
And what if I have between 10 and 50,000 followers? How much do I charge?
10 and 15,000 followers. Again,
50.
the views.
10 to 50K. Let's say views around like 40K, 50K on an average.
If 40K, 50K on an average, then again, your price will be lesser. 20 to 25K plus GST.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Everything
And-
I'm saying is exclusive taxes.
Right. Let's say if I am someone from 100K to 400K or 500K in that range, and my views are on an average about like 2 to 400K again, how much would I charge?
This is again 50K to a 70K.
Okay, 50K to
50K to a
70K.
70K.
Got it. And above 500K, let's say I'm a huge creator and I do get on an average like about 1 million or 2 million views. How much can I charge for that?
You can charge a 1 lakh to a 1.5.
So more than the followers, it's the views that
Yes,
decide how
absolutely.
much you charge.
So here is the trick. Followers gets you in the shortlisting criteria of brands,
exactly
not the negotiating criteria.
Right.
The negotiating criteria is views.
is the views.
If
So
you
can
have 1 million followers but
Right.
20,000 views, you
Right.
cannot charge 1 lakh.
Of course. Can you tell me, is there like a formula that you use to calculate how much you can charge?
Yeah. So I'll tell you a very simple formula from a brand perspective. Every brand checks CPV,
Okay.
cost per view.
Okay.
How much are you charging divided by your views that you're having.
Okay.
If your CPV is more than 0.4, you will not be able to negotiate at whatever pricing you are coming
Okay.
up to. So your pricing needs to be under 0.4
Okay.
if you want a larger brand. Now, there are two types of brands as well. There are brands who are mature. Flipkart, Amazon, these are mature brands. Everyone wants to have them in their portfolio. Lenskart, blah, blah, blah. They have this CPV. Like I have met brands who are like 0.1 का CPV मेरे को आएगा तब मैं करूँगा. नहीं तो मैं नहीं करूँगा. So yeah, that's the basic formula at this point of time. I
Right.
think it's a great benchmark that every creator can simply check, hey, I'm charging 40,000. What is my view count? Just divide. If
Right.
it is growing more than 0.4, reduce your cost to close the brand deal and stuff.
Okay, I'll ask you a very controversial question. Despite being in this industry for so long,
Yeah.
and I think that it's so over flooded that you do influencer marketing for your brand, where you send out your products or you hire like 10 to 15 influencers in a month, and you do something.
Yeah.
But I think that now there was a point when it was believable, but now influencer marketing is just a gimmick, is
Yeah.
what I feel, right? And then this whole wave of UGC
Yeah.
came in,
Yeah.
and there were so many things. So I'll just ask you a question straight up. Is influencer marketing dead?
So I have no shame in admitting that there are a lot of creators where brand is not seeing a lot of output.
Right.
That is true. I'll tell you one more nuanced answer why that is true, why it is not dead, where can it be revived. I think agencies have done the most idiotic thing for no reason they should not, because again जिसको भी पैसा दिखता है जो चल रहा होता है वो छापता है पूरा उस पे, is having a roster of creators and उसी creators को चेपते जाओ.
Exactly.
रैंडमली चेपते जाओ. मतलब वो ब्रांड फिट हो ना हो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. लेफ्ट
Right.
राइट सेंटर चेपते जाओ. That killed the entire system का भरोसा of the brand. अरे ये तो काम नहीं करता है in this case. That's exactly what has happened. Point number 2 is, since there were a lot, okay, initially what was happening, there were few creators who were doing a lot of organic content and बीच में बोल रहे थे I recommend this product, believe करो. अभी when creators who only are relying on brand collab and they increase the brand collab, left right center every week there is a
Right.
product. लास्ट वीक बोला था ये मैट्रेस अच्छा है, दूसरे वीक में
Exactly.
सेम
Exactly.
कंपनी का कुछ और बोल
There's
दिया
no
अच्छा है.
exclusivity.
There is no
there.
exclusivity. Also, influencer agencies are not putting an exclusivity clause कि competition नहीं आना
Right.
चाहिए 30 days के अंदर, has like screwed up the whole market.
Exactly.
कि audience भी भरोसा नहीं कर रहा है, hence the coupon codes are not working anymore.
Right.
And their trust has shifted. Now here is the interesting fact. Influencer agency का trust Bollywood celebrity से move होके आया large influencers, lifestyle creators, comedy creators and all. अब ये शिफ्ट मूव हो रहा है टू माइक्रो नीश क्रिएटर्स, डॉक्टर्स, बॉडी मोशन, ये गट हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट. लाइक गट हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट के फॉलोअर्स 700K आई नेवर एवर थॉट इन माई लाइफ. ट्रस्ट अभी यहाँ पे मूव हो रहा है. सो इफ आई हैव टू, एग्जैक्टली एज यू सेड, अ सोशल मीडिया कंसल्टेंट से ट्रस्ट शिफ्ट होके हो रहा है आईजी कोच. सो उस लेवल पे नीश पे हुआ है कि इफ एन आईजी कोच tells me that, hey, these are IG products to buy, I will buy.
Right.
If a YouTube coach is saying you should buy vidIQ, I will buy. If a social media creator is saying left right hand सब कुछ खरीद लो, then I will not buy. So that's what has shifted. That is a good sign. Number 2, on the brand side, I think brands ने भी बहुत कचरा मचाया हुआ है. So what brands did is, brands said मेरे को volume चाहिए. And massive volume left right center, no checking of कि कुछ हो रहा है कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. And hence when they tried, they saw that it is not working.
Right.
Because they only approved it. Hence when the founder is asking कि hey, next quarter में why are we not doing influencer, they are not able to answer because there is no attribution. Now where it has shifted, the way I'm building the current workflow or the agency is, if the brand is solving for brand awareness, do views. If the brand is asking for ROAS, ना जबरदस्ती का कूपन कोड नौटंकी काम नहीं करता है. I simply go to the brand and say, एक काम करते हैं, my creator will not do collab. Let me use it as a perf ad. Simple. You want CAC? Let me take my creator, compare it with your creative. If your creative was giving customer acquisition cost of 400,
right.
आपने ये वीडियो को बनाने का खर्चा हुआ था आपका 5 लाख, मैं 5 लाख के नीचे आपको करवा के दे दूंगा. I'll figure out a creator. There no CPV metric and all will play. मैं आपको गारंटी दे रहा हूँ क्या गिरेगा, provided I am controlling the performance marketing. So I take the creator. There is no CPV logic, there is no follower logic and all. I have taken the asset, ran the ad does great, things work.
Right.
So this, now can influencer marketing agencies do that? No, because this is performance marketing as a service, not influencer. ये फिर से कचरा होगा जब इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग एजेंसीज बोलेंगे अरे हम पर्फ भी करेंगे जाके. सो दैट्स व्हाट हैज हैपेंड. सो इट इज नॉट डेड, इट इज मेकिंग अ ट्रांजिशन शिफ्ट. Trust is dead is what I would say.
Right.
And I care less about brands in this ecosystem, because trust अगर audience का है ना, माल बिकेगा. अगर माल बिका brands भी आएंगे. So I would rather like to fix the audience trust than the brand's trust. Brand's trust आ जाएगा automatically अगर audience का trust आ गया. So I think the missing lever is audience are not trusting the creators to buy a certain product in certain categories.
Right. So, let's say, since we're talking about brands over here, I want to know that, is there a way a brand that's just starting, can they go viral? Can they do something big and be the talk without spending a rupee on ads, without spending a rupee on influencer marketing? How can you make a brand go viral on the internet without any
without
spends?
influencer and without ads?
Without any spends at all.
You just need a
Zero
good social media manager. That's it. If you don't have a good creator or a social media manager who understands how content is created or how quote unquote viral content is created on Instagram, there is no way. There exists no way. So I think it's more of a logistical answer.
Right.
That, hey, do you have someone who knows the game? If yes, हो जाएगा. If no, जबरदस्ती का rabbit hole में जाने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है.
Right.
Do ads. Nothing wrong in that. Point number 1. Point number 2, it also depends on the brand stage. Like, if I'm a bootstrapped brand, यार मेरे को घर में पैसे चाहिए, मैं क्या करूँगा व्यूज लेके? I should do ads. If I'm a VC funded brand, where my next round of funding is coming after 6 months, and my VC has given me a target that my next round of funding तक मेरा इतना हो जाना चाहिए sales.
Correct.
कोई वायरलिटी मायने नहीं रखती है in that case. Because मैं किसको virtue signaling कर रहा हूँ?
Right.
Unless and until your CMO or whoever is a marketing person has figured out a funnel that, hey, my top funnel will get these views, इसके through trust generate होगा, my bottom funnel will be ads and my middle funnel will be creators,
Right.
which generally I believe in. But someone needs to design that, then it makes sense. So
Correct.
it's a slightly more nuanced answer, not a rapid direct action making point. But the most simplest answer is, if you have a person, solve ho jayega, nahi hai to nahi hoga. It's a skill at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. Makes sense. And, also, we've been talking so much about influencers, and I also asked you if influencer marketing still exists. So,
Yeah.
I want to know, like, if you had to tell me today, if I want to become a creator or an influencer, what are the top 5 niches that are like a sure shot that they will work?
In terms of views or in terms of
Everything.
revenue?
Views, followers.
दोनों अलग है.
everything.
Views में तो shit posting काम कर रहा है.
Okay, right. So let's say if I want follower growth, what are the top 5 niches that I can jump into today as a creator? And it's like a sure shot. There's no going back.
So comedy is still, comedy will always be forever.
So that's your number 1.
That's my always number 1.
Got
So,
it.
and you will have to figure out your comic zone. So
Right.
situational comedy, skits,
Right.
and all, relatable
Anecdotal,
comedy,
right.
or whatever
Got
is
it.
working. Second is your subject matter expert. I think it's a beautiful world we are living in, where I would have never imagined a lawyer who did a law degree talks about law and get followers. Is a beautiful world to live in, because 10 साल पहले ये होता था ना कि I am doing a software engineer job but I am a DJ because मेरे को उसमें passion नहीं लग रहा है और उसमें पैसे नहीं आते हैं if I do that. So I think it's a beautiful area for people whose passion, profession
Aligns with their profession as
and
well.
and interests are all the same. So any piece of work that is not talked about a lot,
Right.
which is, let's say, law, let's say dentist, orthopedics, and you can keep on going as niche as
Right.
can. Like, have you seen chiropractor pages?
Yeah, of course.
Like, these are what,
Of course.
800k, 900k,
Yeah.
like crazy numbers. So those are my second bet, which is, and those are the larger bet, in fact.
Yeah.
The third area is something that I call curation.
Okay.
Curation is you curate anything. Top 5 books to read, top 5 days to follow, top 5 tools in the market.
But doesn't that go like in two deviating positions? Like,
True.
you talk about books and then you talk about something
True.
completely different.
But you will have to figure out something that binds you. So for an example, if let's say my binding factor is business,
Okay.
so I can talk about top 5 books in productivity, top 5 books in finance, top 5 books in
Right.
business, top 5 tools
Like
for
the
B2B.
top 5 books remains the same.
Top 5 books can remain the same,
Right.
but your territory needs a binding factor.
Okay.
So if you're a finance creator, you can apply the same module.
Right.
If you are a business creator, if you are a architecture creator, you can apply the same module.
Correct.
The format changed.
Got it.
This is a curator model. You are not
Okay.
a creator. You don't have an opinion or something. You can have, but you're essentially, basically, you are a better version of ChatGPT.
Right.
कि ChatGPT में पूछना
Got
पड़ता
it.
है, you are just keeping on
Got
giving.
it. Yeah.
Then there is something that I call it as a magic creation. Magic creation is basically, these are kind of experiments. You might have seen that, okay, nice looking bottle में कोई किसी ने ये किया, कुछ art बना दिया, it looks like a magic show.
Right.
Those kind of creations. So
Correct.
इसमें क्या fall होता है? Art and craft, science experiments,
Right.
some big
Something
hacks,
that has like that curiosity.
something that
factor of
has
what's coming.
exactly.
Right. Got
The
it.
last is something that is weird and crazy, and it needs a bigger investment. You have seen Mr. Indian Hacker YouTube channel by any chance?
No.
He's like Mr. Beast ka Indian version.
Okay, got
So
it.
he will build a tractor right in the middle of a river. Then the video goes like, आज हम बनाएंगे 2 crore का tractor.
Right.
So it's Mr.
Something
Beast style
that's
of India.
crazy.
Something that
Yeah.
is मतलब पूरा
Beyond your
imagination.
Yeah.
That is the last piece.
Right.
ये formula के अंदर जो बैठेगा काम करेगा. There are some sideline opportunities, but I don't think there is enough opportunities right now. So for an example, let's say podcast. I don't think podcast still has a trajectory, but I feel podcast can be one of your content bucket.
It can't be the whole
It cannot be the whole thing.
foundation of
It cannot be the whole foundation, unless and until, again, the same thing. You build a podcast in a certain niche that doesn't exist.
Right.
Like a round table of lawyers, round table of architects who talk about great monuments, architectures,
Right.
road planning and all stuff. A round table of IS officers. So civil folks talking about policies and all stuff. ये सब काम
Correct.
करेगा, सब खाली है अभी territory में. you
So
make
whatever is not flooded
whatever is not
already,
flooded.
basically.
But basically, इसी
marketing and
territories
everything
में
is overdone.
is
by
overdone,
now.
is overdone. So I'm also testing a bunch of things. Marketing works for me in a certain area because I'm an opinionated
Right.
creator. So I will talk. So one of my content will be about. Hey, I worked with Arijit Singh Music Festival, and this is the format I created. This is the
Right.
plan I created.
Right.
So this is a very opinionated कि वो
Correct.
ठीक है सिंधु को follow करते हैं because यहाँ से आएगा.
Correct.
And all case. So यहाँ पे थोड़ा niche है because
Right.
your stories will be different than my story.
Right.
But if you and I talk about the same thing,
Correct.
what is persuasion? Let's say,
Right.
and nobody will follow. ठीक है 50 बार सुन लिया है persuasion होता क्या है.
Correct.
So
And now that you say that our stories are different, even though we are both marketers,
yeah.
one thing that I've, when I was just doing a quick research of, who you are, what you've done, your past experience, one thing I came across is you created like an accidental viral campaign
Yeah.
called as the Roshan Joshi
Yeah, the
campaign.
typo.
Yeah.
campaign,
Could you
yeah.
help me with the story of what exactly happened there?
So I left my first startup. I was into the phase of कि अरे मुझे कुछ नहीं आता है and all stuff. I was in a very bad phase. I said I will not do another entrepreneurial stint. Let me take up a job. And I had no shame in saying कि okay मुझे senior marketing brand manager का जो role चाहिए. I was like whatever comes. So marketing executive, senior marketing executive ऐसा कुछ designation था. ठीक से याद भी नहीं है मुझे. So I joined Paytm Insider, and the first 6 months I was doing events and movies. Then I was put into a new department which was called apps marketing. So model ऐसा था कि there was a so this is pre-COVID. So the leadership had an idea that world might need live events on digital. So imagine, let's say Pratik Kuhad is singing and it's a live show, and he has an iPad where the ticket, if you visit there, is 1600. You can watch top HD में streaming quality by paying only 100 rupees from any part of the town, and you can send super likes, super chats. You can ask for अरे मेरा नाम बोल दे मैं 10,000 दूंगा, which is now called super chat on YouTube. This is what Paytm was building back then, and I was leading this project pura. So there was a show called the Bollywood Quiz by Rohan Joshi ऐसा कुछ था. So Rohan was the host. He will come every day, every Thursday or Friday or something. He will ask you 5 questions about Bollywood. If you give right answers, you will get the movie ticket.
Okay.
And what happens is, when you do this, you do marketing, you do email marketing, you do performance marketing and all stuff. And then there is something called push notification marketing. That okay, you plan कि okay, event जब live होगा, what do I need to send? Event के morning में I will send a reminder. Event के 2 दिन पहले I'll send something else. So I was supposed to write a copy called as so the show का name था This Week in Movies. So I was supposed to write This Week in Movies is live now, featuring Rohan Joshi. And पता नहीं क्या किया हुआ था, मैंने रोशन जोशी लिख के भेज दिया. And this is the first time I'm committing a mistake with a celebrity. And भेज दिया है तो हुआ क्या है कि okay, पहला तो I had no idea कि मैंने ये किया है. How do I come to know? Some another colleague of mine sitting somewhere else says अरे सिंधु तेरे नाम पे ट्विटर पे चल रहा है कुछ. तो मैंने कहा क्या है, तो मैं ट्विटर ओपन करता हूँ and there are at least 10 tweets which talks about they are shaming, trolling, आज कोई फायर होगा, स्क्रीनशॉट्स लेके हाउ कैन दे मेक दिस मिस्टेक एंड ऑल. तो मेरे को नहीं समझ में आया. दिस इज द फर्स्ट करियर ऑफ माइन आफ्टर द एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. स्टिल जॉब इज अ जॉब. मेरे पसीने छूट रहे हैं, समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या क्या. सो आई वॉक अप टू द सीएमओ एंड सेज दिस, एंड माय सीएमओ सेज इट्स योर शिट, यू फिक्स इट. सीईओ को पता नहीं है, अभी पता चलेगा तो गया. नाउ देन द सीईओ कम्स टू नो. आई वाज bashed on another level. It's your mess, fix it. I genuinely asked for a lot of help to a lot of leadership. किसी ने मेरे को नहीं बोला कैसे फिक्स करना है. So I got 2 ideas in my head. I'll send another push notification saying last push notification was done by an intern. Ha. ठीक है. ये आइडिया सबने गाली दे दिया. बोला नहीं, we will not do this. Leadership said नहीं, this is against the brand. We will not do this. तो एक्चुअली आई रियलाइज द सेकंड आइडिया आई डिड नॉट कंफर्म विद द लीडरशिप. मैंने सीधा रोहन के मैनेजर को कॉल लगाया. अच्छा, रोहन के मैनेजर को कॉल आ चुका था. ही वाज मतलब चिल्ला रहा था अलग लेवल पे. मैंने बोला दैट लेट मी मेक अ टाइपो मल्टीपल टाइम्स, एंड दिस इनसाइट वाज, इंसान की फितरत होती है दैट यू विल थिंक दैट इट इज अ क्वालिटी ऑफ अ ह्यूमन बीइंग इफ दैट पर्सन इज मेकिंग द सेम मिस्टेक अगेन एंड अगेन. पहला मिस्टेक यू विल कैच होल्ड, दैट विल साउंड लाइक एन एनिमली. बट अगर वो सेम कर रहा है यू गेट यूज टू इट.
Yeah.
सो मैंने रोहन को बोला मैं टाइपो कैंपेन करूंगा. सो रोहन वाज लाइक हाँ ठीक है कर ले उस पर. देन आई वेंट अप टू द लीडरशिप एंड देन सेड मेरे को अप्रूवल मिल चुका है, आप चिल्लो. लाइक हाँ करके देख लेते हैं. सो मैंने नेक्स्ट डे बोला शो लाइव लेते हैं एंड द कॉपी आई सेंट वाज ट्रोजन जोशी इज लाइव. Then I sent Mohan Joshi, Jogan Joshi, Rogan Joshi. Rogan Joshi was the hit one. And then I saw something beautiful happen, that a lot of people were taking pictures of that and were creating UGC. They were sharing on Instagram, sharing on this and that. And this is pre-Dunzo days, by the way. So Dunzo was not doing comedy push notification.
Right.
Zomato came much later.
Yeah.
Vishal Dayama, who is a very big person right now. Vishal was in my team. I and Vishal were working together on this. So then we saw, push notification can be a marketing platform. After that, then this became pretty hit. I called it the
Right.
typo campaign. People put me कि okay ठीक है सिंधु और figure out करेगा और क्या ideas हो सकते हैं. Yeah, that is
That's
an
crazy.
accidental. Yeah. I could have got fired if I.
That's like a crazy marketing story.
Yeah.
Lovely.
But things make sense when I make sense out of it.
Yeah,
I was
that's what marketing is all
screwed up
about,
and-
right?
yeah.
That's what social media is all
Yeah,
about, is what
yeah.
I've seen. And one more thing that you particularly focus on is founder-led branding,
yeah.
which I personally feel is so important, because if you're just posting videos of your products and there's no face to it,
Yeah.
that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Likewise, how it is for creators, they won't function unless they have a brand in the future. It's the same for product business owners. If they don't have a face, if they don't have someone who is connected in telling a story, it's not going to work, right? So, I want to know, who are your top five favorite founder-led brands? And this is something that other people who are existing founders can take inspiration from. So who are your top five, starting with number 5?
So I'll just add a note here and then I'll answer.
Yeah.
I'm still also figuring out where does it help. And hence the disclaimer or the note that not every founder-led branding model will help you in B2C, in
Right.
your product selling. Some will help you in B2B marketing, getting vendors, getting employees
Correct.
quicker, getting complicated, tougher employees quicker, getting trust in the VC circuit, getting investors and all. So that is the major point. तो हर चीज नहीं है कि product बिक जाएगा. Number 5. There is this woman who is running something called Indie Folio something, some indie. It's a D2C brand. Nikhil Kamath के show में आई थी.
Okay.
She's an NRI if I'm not wrong. So she's right on your face. So the banners are about her. So there are cosmetic or a self-care female
Okay.
product brand. That is number 5. Number 4 I think will be Go Zero.
Go Zero.
Go Zero's founder, number 4. Number 3 will be, and it's a new mix to that I have added. There's a company called अरे वो conversion rate वाली company कौन सी है? मैं नाम भूल जाता हूँ. That payment gateway where conversion is happening. Razorpay का competition in something. नाम नहीं याद आ रहा.
Cashfree or
नहीं Cashfree नहीं. Cashfree is not having a founder-led branding.
Okay.
Very strong. छोड़ो याद नहीं आ रहा. Number 2 will be any day Shantanu.
okay.
For sure. Number 1 is Shashank.
Okay.
Shashank is number 1 because, and why Shantanu is number 2 I'll tell you. Shantanu is someone who has fought a lot.
Right.
Podcast है, ये है, वो है, LinkedIn है, multiple. He has a wide content reach that he has. But there is no वो middle funnel product में नहीं आता है. Like there is no Shantanu's face in the product.
Right.
So मुझे समझ में क्या नहीं आता है कि Shantanu talks about the brand, but he is not in the brand middle funnel there. But Shashank is.
Right.
Shashank talks about everything. Shashank is there in the product ads as well. If there is Rohan Joshi endorsing a whole truth, there is Shashank as a narrator as well.
Right.
So it's nicely stitched कि okay ये founder है, इसी का brand है.
Correct.
So if Shashank is talking on LinkedIn, people know कि Shashank की company है. These are primarily, there are other folks as well. There is your Manish of Wow Skincare and all.
Right.
But I fail to understand, those are not syncing well with other platforms.
Right.
It's like कि Instagram पे he's talking about skincare और बाकी जगह कुछ नहीं है. There is no cross relation.
Right. No cross promotion across
No cross promotion
platforms.
across platform. LinkedIn
Right.
पे कुछ और tonality है, इसमें कुछ और tonality है.
Maintaining a consistent
Maintaining a consistency
tone
tone.
matters. Right.
And वो clearly visible होता है कि इसकी Instagram
Right.
agency कोई और है. And उस एजेंसी को उसने बाकी का काम नहीं दिया है, या उसकी करंट टीम उसको बाइंडिंग फैक्टर नहीं बना के रखी है. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम दैट आई मोस्टली से, इसलिए वो मिक्स में नहीं है. बट दीज आर मोस्टली माय मिक्स एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम.
So, Sindhu, I've got like a plethora of insights from you
I'm glad.
so far. And I think it's like made me open my eyes and look at things differently. Like, I think from the beginning of the conversation now, there's just one thing stuck in my head, which is the thing that you said, that a creator will die, but the brand will live on.
For
right?
sure.
So I think from today, I'm going to start working on that. And
You should have your logo. You should have your logo for
that
sure.
stuck with me for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that brings me to the end of the questions, but I have like a pretty fun round towards the end, which is like a quick rapid fire. So I call it real talk, right? So I'm just going to ask you a question and you tell me in short the answer without thinking or overthinking about it.
Okay.
Just whatever comes to your mind first.
Okay.
Right?
I'll try.
Perfect. Awesome. So, number one marketing trend that needs to die, that needs to just go away.
Dank memes.
Okay.
Dank memes as a marketing tool.
Got it. Lovely. And what do you prefer when it comes to monetization, YouTube or Instagram? Instagram.
Yeah.
Why is that?
For me, specifically.
Okay. For yourself specifically.
For myself specifically.
Got it. And for faster growth, what would you prefer?
To monetize?
Yeah. No, just faster growth in terms of your numbers of views or followers.
LinkedIn.
Awesome. And what about like to build a sustainable brand of yourself? Which platform's the best? Something that makes people remember you and take you more seriously. LinkedIn for that as well. Lovely.
Any day.
And I'm assuming you're into a little bit of AI as well.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite AI tool right now?
Forever GPT, but I'm more into combining a lot of things. So I use my tool stack is GPT, Midjourney, Sora, the VO3, the Google, the Claude, the Perplexity. Then there are micro segments.
Right.
I'm into N8N AI agents, building a lot of agents. I'm using a tool called Bendy.ai.
Bendy.ai.
Bangalore
Yeah,
company.
yeah.
I'm
Correct.
trying them out. So yeah, but still forever ChatGPT. Underrated.
ChatGPT for sure.
Underrated. You max out of ChatGPT, it's enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Lovely. And what's the weirdest campaign idea that you've worked on that actually worked and, got you a lot of views?
Wakefit ka. Any day.
What was the campaign idea?
So the idea was Wakefit was not doing enough search volume in South market.
Okay.
So South market mein no one was typing on Google. I said we will do 200 local vernacular creators who will not integrate product, who will outrightly sell the product like a salesman.
Right.
Okay, what is the influencer marketing philosophy? It is like मैं अपने स्टाइल से कंटेंट बनाऊंगा और बीच में प्रोडक्ट आएगा. I said नहीं करूंगा, मेरे को पूरा का पूरा तो चालू कर वीडियो 4 सेकंड के अंदर बोल वेकफिट का गद्दा ये होता है, दिस इज the shape sense technology, this is that, which is completely anti-influencer marketing. And I use that in perf ads. I saw bloody more than 100x brand search volume, which I never expected कि influencer marketing brand search volume में भी help करता है. Second most idiotic thing I will never ever do if I was in my initial career, which is influencer marketing में क्या करते हैं कि people say sales मत करो, don't make call outs very explicit. मेरा call out क्या था? गूगल पे जाइए एंड टाइप कीजिए बेस्ट मैट्रेस नियर मी ऑन वेकफिट, पूरा मैं दिखा रहा हूँ, पूरा दिस बिगर कॉल आउट, दैट वर्कड. People type the exact word I said, exact word. So that was a bigger eye opener. It took me hell lot of time to convince the agencies, the creators, the brand was like कि हमें सबने बोला है influencer marketing होना चाहिए, very nice looking, ये वो lifestyle creators.
It shouldn't be too direct.
It shouldn't be too direct. मेरा क्या गद्दा खुलता है उसके ऊपर डांस कर रहा है बंदा, random as
crazy. And one underrated Indian creator that we should all follow right now.
There are a lot जिसका नाम नहीं याद आता. There are a lot actually.
Like just one that comes to the top of
myself.
your mind. That's good marketing.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very underrated.
Got it. I can see that. I mean, I can see that.
Yeah.
So I think that was the reason I wanted to host you for a podcast.
Thank you.
I did see a lot of like the past experience that you've had, and that's crazy. Like to work with top creators, there must be something that's in store, because you know, from top creators we get the surface level,
Yeah.
but what's beneath is what comes
Yeah.
out of people
Yeah,
who are
I
behind
always
the
say this
curtain.
now, ki, if you want to learn the craft,
Yeah,
find the person who was the behind the scenes.
exactly.
So Mr.
Exactly.
B, you want to learn how thumbnails are made, figure out who Mr. B's thumbnail creator is,
Exactly.
pay that person, take a session, not
Right.
Mr. B's ka course.
Exactly.
So it's not to demean Mr. Beast, but that's what the reality is.
That's true. Like
Yeah.
there's a whole army, there's a whole team that's working
Yeah,
behind,
yeah.
but people think it's just like a single person in front.
That's-
right? So that's
जो
that's
दिखता है वो
how
बिकता है.
yeah,
So
exactly. Perfect. So thank you so much for doing this, Sindhu.
Thanks for having me.
And I can't wait for this particular episode to come out, because I can't wait for what people are going to say based on the analogies that you've given.
Yeah, I hope people give me contrarian statements. I love good banters. And I
Definitely.
hope this helps creators.
Definitely. So thank you so much once again, and I'm happy to always stay in touch with you.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
We will be.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.